everyone. My name is Victoria Allwell. Welcome to Insight Today. And today's edition promises to be super amazing as we shed a light on the topic, everyone can be an entrepreneur. On today's edition, we have a gentle, humble, and Ghanaian personality, and his name is Jasper Tetteh Ahiafianyo. Jasper Tetteh Ahiafianyo is a certified capacity developer, adult educationist, training designer and delivery expert, management consultant, personal investment advisor, leadership coach, and motivational speaker. He has more than 15 years of work experience with the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, where opportunities availed him to work on numerous international projects, and programs financed and supported by the World Bank, Danida Fellowship Center, French Corporation, Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, and the United States Agency for International Development. You said he is currently the manager in charge of curriculum and content at the Accra Regional Leader Center, where he is involved in the training of over 6,000 young leaders between the ages of 18 and 35 years from 9 West African countries, which includes Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Cameroon, Gambia, Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, and Burkina Faso. He is also currently leading the team of experts to harmonize the curriculum, content, and develop the training standard for YALI Africa. And there's a whole lot to say, but hey, we've got to welcome the face behind this amazing profile. Hello, Jasper.
Yeah, Victoria, thank you. You don't need to read all those kind of...
It's okay for people to know, to get to know a little about you. And how has your day been?
Very well. It has been a busy day here in Ghana, in the office, but I just have to make the time to play myself in your interview. Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so quickly, just give us a brief background of yourself. A brief background story of yourself.
I think you have read everything about me already.
You know, I think that's just a profile that tells us a little about you. How about experiences that we don't know? Just a brief story, background story.
For me, as a person, I believe in making other people I believe in helping other people to achieve whatever that they plan to achieve.
Okay.
So my whole life has been around how best can I impact somebody's life. So anything that I do with that kind of vision or mindset that keep good relationship with people, and also how you can actually help other people to achieve whatever that they want to achieve. And that is how I find fulfillment. So far, that is the key that I can say that is missing from whatever that you have read. In fact, that is what even tailored into what I do now in terms of contributing to over 6,000 lives of young people between the ages of 18 and 35. That is the biggest joy that I have felt for the past 4 or 5 years now that I've been doing this.
Wow. Amazing. So I hear about your book projects coming up. Everyone can be an entrepreneur. So tell us briefly, what is the brain behind the book, Everyone Can Be an Entrepreneur?
So this is the reason why I said everybody can be an entrepreneur. There are so many academic stuff out there from leadership. They say that you have to be born a leader or you have to be socialized to be a leader. For me, once you are born in this world, you have been given every resource, every talent, everything to be whatever that you want to be. It is the socialization and other factors that we lean ourselves towards that determine what we want to achieve. So we choose to set limitations for ourselves. And secondly, as human beings, from done to that, actually living as an entrepreneur. You wake up in the morning, you determine what you want to accomplish in the day. You determine how much you want to spend on certain items, and also where you are going to get certain things that can help you to accomplish that. That is the trait of an entrepreneur. That you always have that vision to become something, and you work towards that. There's nothing, no other definition to an entrepreneurship than just stating in a very simple manner that from dawn to dusk, you are always looking ahead to achieve something, and you organize resources around to achieve that. That is fair enough. And all these resources involve how you are going to use different resources in terms of human resource and non-human resource, or how you're going to use financial resource to achieve whatever that you have planned to achieve. And in that, you are going to come out with strategies how to achieve this. So just tell me, Victoria, is that not a character of entrepreneur? The only thing that academicians have made it so difficult for us is that they want to create some sort of taxonomy in terms of using certain framework to say that this is the framework within that you have to describe certain things. If you leave things beyond academic description or taxonomy, then you can picture everybody that you are living as an entrepreneur. In fact, at the end of the day, the reason why some people achieve certain things and some other people don't achieve certain things is just a matter of how they have utilized the resources that have been made available to them. In fact, opportunities are available to everybody. So it's just right the same way when you have a business idea and you're running the business. If you don't run it according to certain pre-coordinated principles of business, no matter how much that you are doing that, and you always run that business into what to a halt. So for me, that is my perspective I'm coming from. That yes, entrepreneurship, but everybody can be an entrepreneur if only that person is determined to be one.
Okay, great. I actually like the fact that you mentioned some people have the inability, they do not have the ability to manage resources, and that's one big problem. But do you think that's all it is as regards, people not having the courage to take up entrepreneurship? Why do you think some people do not have the courage for entrepreneurship, and how can that be dealt with beyond inability to manage resource?
Let's say this for that. The truth of the matter is that we are living as an entrepreneur. It's either you have to look at it, and if you say entrepreneurship doesn't necessarily like making for profit. Let me just use that word. Your entrepreneurial life can actually impact people's life, not because of the monetary gain, but once you can add value to something to make change in somebody's life, that is entrepreneurship. So the question should be, why is that certain people doesn't see clearly how they can add value to themselves and then contribute values into enriching other people's life, so that their impact will be highlighted, and then also their role in other people's life and recognition will become visible. So the truth of the matter is that from morning to evening, you are an entrepreneur. But either to assess the fact that how much value that you have added to somebody's life, that is where the distinction has come to the state, that's where the distinction has come, that you see some people earning more than some people in terms of the value quality. So the value quality will determine how much that you generate from that in terms of impact, and if you translate it into money, how much money that will come to you.
Okay, good. I actually also think that some people are afraid of entrepreneurship because of the challenges that comes with it. And of course, we also know that entrepreneurship involves a whole lot of personal development. For instance, we're talking about value already. So if people are not giving other people value, it means that they're not into entrepreneurship yet. So I want to see it from point of someone who is thinking, what value can I give? What value can I actually, give to my world out there? And you talked about adding value to yourself. So for us to get involved in entrepreneurship, there has to be a lot of work personally, personal development, consistency in doing these things to ensure that your value as a person increases, and then you're able to give your world back something in return to get something back, right?
Yeah. So, Victoria, the question also is that if you're talking of value, what problems do you see?
Say that again.
If you're talking of value, value comes by you seeing certain problems or certain needs that you want to use your skill set
Definitely.
actually to fulfill.
Definitely.
So the problems that you have seen, the magnitude of the problem will determine what value that will be added to that.
The magnitude of the problem will determine what value you have.
That you have. If, for example, if you concentrate on yourself, let's say that let me wake up in the morning, I just go to work and earn an income and then cater for my family. So your problem is just a simple one. Your problem is, how can I get my daily life? That is an entrepreneurial activity. So you generate income for yourself. You live good in terms of using that income to afford certain things that will make you comfortable within the space or the state or the status that you want to create for yourself. That is entrepreneurial life. Somebody also would think that I'm not just going to work 8 to 5, but let me look at other opportunities that will involve other lives that I can help them to solve their problem. And then therefore, they will recognize my help and therefore recognize it in terms of either money or celebrate me in any way. If you compare these two people, the way that they look at various problems that they solve, tell me, one person is going to be more valuable than the other. And a lot of us, the reason why we don't see ourselves as entrepreneurs, a lot of us just wants to concentrate on solving our immediate needs. And immediate needs is that you just want to get something doing that will generate disposable income for you. Once you can generate in disposable income and you take your expenses out of it and you can have some small money left that you can actually buy yourself some house or some car or something decent. That is all that you have. So your value is not going to be celebrated. But somebody who thinks bigger than that is the one that at the end of the day, that's why academicians will start graduating it. Entrepreneur is somebody who take risks, who do this, who put investment. Everybody from morning to evening, you are actually sinking money into something. You are using your time to do something. You are actually working with people to get whatever you want to get. So it is all about graduation of what is the magnitude of the problem that you are solving.
Wow, that's quite amazing. So I was thinking about something a little earlier, that apart from problem solving, which is one way to get involved in entrepreneurship, some people have the fear of taking risks. So how can this be, handled? Because you can't be an entrepreneur and not take risk. Definitely.
Let me just be blunt. There's risks in everything, and everybody there's risks with everything that you do or in anything that you do. And
life itself is a risk.
Yes, and everybody fear risks because we live in a world that we cannot predict what happened tomorrow. So life that is formed around us already is a world of risks. So now the academicians will now come is that we have to go through calculated risk. Calculated risk just means that you're just trying to recondition your mind to say that, okay, if I go A, B, then I'll get C. Like you want to create some sort of order, some sort of logical agreement in your thinking so that everything that you'll be doing henceforth, you convince yourself that you are following certain predetermined order. Therefore, your risk, even though you are taking a risk, you classify it that why it's a calculated risk, because that means that you are weighing other alternative to whatever you are doing, isn't it? But the truth of the matter is that we all live in risks. Either you face it and you overcome it, or you leave and then the risks will consume you. Whether you believe it or not, you always face the risks of doing something. Secondly, the type of people that you socialize with will determine how you perceive certain things. Let me tell you
True.
an example. My mom lost the younger sister while she went to swim in the sea. All my life, we was born closer to the sea, but as of today, I don't know how to swim. Why? Because from day one, my mom has made it like obligatory to caution us that never go closer to water, either by a pool or by whatever category called swimming. So you know what happened? No matter how much the interest that I have, and my mom being somebody who brought me into this world, I reason that whatever that she is telling me is the right thing. So I
Yeah.
grew up developing that fear that, hey, if you go and swim, you die. So a lot of people have been told a story about how entrepreneurs have failed in terms of trying businesses, and they fail. And some of them have lost their money. And therefore, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to have certain kind of things before you become an entrepreneur. Forgetting that as life be it for you as a human being, from the day that you are born till when you die, you always be making decisions to actually make better your life every day. And that is a decision that entrepreneur will be making in terms of what value they are creating in other people's life or whatever problem they are solving.
No, that's quite a strong one there. That made me think a bit. Could it be that the wrong perceptions of people regarding business and what they continually say that, every business is likely to probably fail in less than 5 years or something like that is what causes some people to have that fear and run away from entrepreneurship. I remember you happened to be one of those who encouraged me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still remember who encouraged me to, get into entrepreneurship, and I really respect and value you, sir. Thank you for that
Thank you.
encouragement. I have one more question before we round off. We
Before,
understand
before,
one thing,
before
and
the
that is,
question, let me just give you a background to something.
all right, that's fine.
When I was growing, as at age 4, I don't know
Okay.
whether it's just by design, a divine design or whatever it is. I started this culture or say that.
Mm.
So whatever housekeeping money that they gave me then, I gave it back to my dad to keep for me. And I did that until age 7.
Wow.
When I was age 7, then I started asking myself, what can I do? And I have this crazy appetite for take it tail. Um, I don't know how to you call it in Nigeria, but it's the back of turkey. It's
Okay.
something. It's a delicacy that I like so much. But my parents don't like me to eat a lot. But I don't want to use their money because they have restriction on me not to eat a lot, so they will not give me money to eat. So because of that craving in me, I have to create opportunity for myself to enjoy it. So what have I done? I've graduated from saving money with my dad. Now I keep money in the Holy Bible, the only Holy Bible that we have in the village.
Oh my God.
And there's notion that when somebody steals from the Bible, he or she will go mad. So I keep the money there to just guarantee that my money is safe. Are you getting it? So when it was market day, I go and pick this money. I go and buy a matchbox, break it, and go to the market and sell it. By the time I go around the market, I've sold everything. So I use part of my profit to buy the take it tail. with some other local food. Come and enjoy and keep the rest of the profit and the money in the Bible. That is how I was going. After that, I went to other entrepreneurial activities, which sometimes I feel a lot of businesses have started. They started well and failed, but that has actually given me the impetus to understand that, hey, it doesn't matter. Just try to do something, because no matter what
Yeah,
you do, we are all living as entrepreneurs. It's
very
because
true.
of the problem that you are solving that will determine what kind of entrepreneur are you.
Oh, thank you for that. That was amazing, really. I mean, splendid. Okay, the last question I wanted to share is this. Contrary to the perspective you have that everyone can be an entrepreneur, some people do not feel they are called to entrepreneurship. They feel I'm more of a career person and my call is career and nothing more. What is your advice in this regard?
Have you heard about entrepreneur? Even if
Say
you're
that again.
working entrepreneur,
Okay.
intrapreneur,
Yeah,
even if you're working in somebody's office, they expect you to add value. If you're not adding value to it, they will sack you soon. So that is what companies are going through now. That is why at the end of the day, you go through a performance appraiser. The performance appraiser to determine how much value are you adding to the profit. So you can say that either you're working for somebody or you're working for yourself, there's going to be some sort of assessment to determine how much value are you adding to. So those people that goes to office, they claim that they cannot be entrepreneur. Actually, they're entrepreneur. In fact, let me tell you one thing. Human resource or people that companies hire to come and work for them is actually thousands of businesses in human beings that they put together as human resources working together. So when
yeah.
you go and work for somebody's or in somebody's office, you are thinking that, oh, I'm just a career person. Actually, you are an entrepreneur that is actually helping a bigger organization, which is the entrepreneurial enterprise that you are seeing. And everybody working in that office, actually, they are all entrepreneurs helping that entrepreneurial setup to actually achieve a common goal. So they just bring you together as individual businesses and put it together for you to think that, oh, me, I'm not an entrepreneur, but I'm just a career person. So no matter how long that you are going, even if you go to become a CEO, you are actually an entrepreneur, because
Wow.
actually you are taking risks, you are using resources, you are generating value for yourself and other people that are benefiting from it. You are working because you want to satisfy certain things that are personal and not personal. Because your family is going to depend on you for certain things. And these are your customers that you have to make sure that you service. If you're a family person, your kids have to go to school. They are demanding certain things from you. So at the end of the day, you
Sure.
cannot say that you are not an entrepreneur. So everybody actually can be an entrepreneur.
Wow, that's amazing. Everyone can be an entrepreneur. You can be an entrepreneur. Do not underestimate the value of your worth. Thank you so much, Jasper. It was
Thank
really
you.
amazing, having this session with you and getting a different perspective about entrepreneurship. It's time for us to draw the curtain to a close. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're just out
Thank you
there
very much.
listening to us, you're
Thank you very
welcome,
much.
Jasper. Thank you so much for your time. Also, I'd like to say thank you to you out there who decided to make out some time to join us for Insight Edition today. Join us again same time next week and get ready for more interesting editions, more stories, more wealth of experiences and knowledge from different entrepreneurs, business executives, and professionals. Do have a great day and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye for now.